Assalamu alaikum, grade 4. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and having great time with your family. Grade 4, we are going to start unit number 12 of science, and unit is soil. Grade 4, you know what is soil? If you see earth, the outer layer of earth which is very soft, that layer is the soil, and on that layer plants grown, and on that layer animals move, we move, so this is the soil. On this page, page number 94, if you see, here is a warm-up activity, and from these things you have to identify the things that are made of clay. From here you have to identify the things that are made up of clay, and you have to color them. Like I give you an example here. This pot is made up of clay. You have to color it like this. You have to do very nice coloring. Look carefully from all the things, and the things that are made up of clay, you have to color them of brown color. Next we are going to do our reading of page number 94. Here is the first line. The outer soft layer of earth on which plants grow is known as soil. This is the definition of soil. You have to learn this definition. Soil is very important for life on earth. Plants need soil to grow on. Plants provide food to most animals. Plants also purify air and influence rainfall. So, soil is indirectly plays an important role in supporting animal life and influence weather conditions. Without soil, there will not be any plant life on land. If there is no soil present, how plants will grow, and how animals and we human beings take food from the plants if there are no plant present on the soil. Or next, how soil is formed? Soil is formed by the breaking down of rocks into tiny particles. Rocks, what are rocks? Rocks are the hard and strong, but they are constantly attacked by forces of nature such as water. And which force of water? Rain and flowing water, wind and heat. Due to these natural forces of water, wind and heat, that rocks broke down. The constant action of wind, rains, flowing water and the heat of the sun weaken the binding power of rocks. Rainwater seeps into tiny cracks in the rock. There are small cracks and crevices present in the rocks. Rainwater go into that cracks. The cracks usually open up due to the water. Over the years, tiny rock particles and dead remains of plants and animals get deposited in these rocks. Some seeds sprout and plants grow in these cracks. As the plants grow bigger, the roots force the cracks wide open. Finally, pieces of rock split off and wear away. This process of wearing away of rocks is called the weathering of rocks. When rocks broken down into the pieces, this process is the weathering of rocks. This process goes on for thousands of years till the large rock break up into smaller particles and form soil. When you see here, first one, water and wind loosen up the rock surface and open up cracks. Here you see the cracks are opening up. In second, you see that remains of dead plants and animals get deposited in the cracks. Here the dead animals or the plants go into the cracks and cracks become open. Now plants' roots speed up weathering of roots. Now weathering of rocks. These roots also cause the weathering of rocks. And then last one, soil layer becomes deep enough for big trees to grow on it. In this way, this soil layer will become big and long trees can grow on it. What does soil contain? By now, you know that soil contains tiny bits of rock particles. Soil particles are of different sizes, bigger and smaller. The bigger particle of soil which are of size of rice grain are called gravel. This definition you have to learn of gravel. Smaller particles which are somewhat of the size of sugar grains are known as sand. This is the definition of sand. This also you have to learn. And on next page, if you see here, the very fine powder-like particles are called the clay. This will be the definition of clay. Particles which are between the size of sand and clay are known as silt. Soil contains the dead remain of plant and animal. It is known as the humus. Soil also contains water and air. From this page, page number 94 to 95, you have to learn reading. You have to do reading and learn the definitions. So this will be your diary. Learn definitions plus do reading, page number 94 and 95.